Welcome back to Off and Running. It's a new season. Theme music. Alright, welcome back to Off and Running. This is Drew Woods, Josh Barron. We're sorry we've been away for so long. We've been doing some actual reporting. We've been traveling all over the world. I've been to places like Dublin, London, and Liverpool. Josh, you've been to Chicago and South Bend.
Yep, Notre Dame. Great campus right there.
Alright, proper reporting for once in our lives. But we're back in the studio, we're ready, and we're all excited. First thing to talk about, big football game this weekend, Jets, Giants. It's got everything in New York talking about it. Josh, what's going to happen this weekend?
Well, both teams, playoffs on the line. You got to win. I mean, theoretically, both teams can lose and still make the playoffs, but they don't want that to happen. You just want to win both the last two games going to the end of the season. For the Jets, I mean, coming off a awful loss to the Eagles, got demolished. Giants, awful loss to the Redskins. Both these teams have something to prove on both offensive and defensive end. I mean, the Jets' defense, letting up 40-something points to the Eagles isn't going to cut it, especially not under Rex Ryan. And for the Giants, Eli wasn't looking like he has all season last week. But, I think the Jets, the key here is really just to limit the turnovers for both teams, really. And that'll play into the rest of the game.
I'm glad you mentioned my good friend Eeyore Manning. For one thing, I've been a big fan of Eeyore for his entire career, and I'm glad to see that he's been pulling through this season. He's getting the recognition that he deserves. I think he's going to be an absolute key in this game. When you look at, piece by piece, who's got the edge in which matchup, quarterback versus quarterback, there's only one decision if you've got Eeyore versus Sanchez. And I'd obviously go with Eli. I think even you'd have to admit Eli's better / Eeyore is better than the Sanchez himself.
Two different, completely different players. I'm a big Eli fan myself. But, that's the Jets. I don't know if Eli would fit into the Jet system. People say, if Eli...
I'm sorry, wait. A good quarterback can fit into any system.
Well, I don't know. They're two completely different players. Obviously, you take Eli any day of the week, but just two completely different quarterbacks. You really can't compare them.
All right, so we covered just the quarterback part, but what do you think are going to be the keys to this game for the Jets and Giants this game?
Well, like I started to say earlier, takeaways. Both teams, both quarterbacks actually, most takeaways, most interceptions at home out of any quarterback in the league. Both of them are 1 and 2. And it's a home game for the Jets. It's basically a home game for the Giants, both playing at MetLife Stadium. So key there is takeaways. Also, when they get into the red zone, got to put up touchdowns, especially the Jets. I haven't been following the Giants as much in the red zone, but Jets have really been struggling to put up touchdowns, a lot of field goals. Just got to put up the big points early.
I'm going to be curious to watch the Giants' defense first and foremost because Perry Fewell has been a disaster of a defensive coordinator system. Nobody in the secondary or the linebacker core has any clue on what they're trying to do in a zone defense. The only person that looks like they know what they're doing is Jason Pierre-Paul, and that's because all they do is tell him, go get the quarterback, and then he does it. So he's had a brilliant season, but Webster, Kenny Phillips, the linebacking crew have been just a disaster all season for the Giants. They don't know what they're doing. Unless they can turn it around, the Jets are going to have a field day throwing the ball. And that's what, again, as I said with Mark Sanchez, do you trust him throwing the ball all game long? Because the Giants' run defense has been decent, but their pass defense has been atrocious.
Well, here's the thing. You mentioned Perry Fewell. How about Schottenheimer for the Jets? He's going to have to start taking some chances, make some big play calls against this Giants defense that's depleted, injured, and been struggling. This is not a game where I want to see Mark Sanchez come out and go 13 of 15 with 12 screen passes and 1 long pass down the field. This is a game where you really need to start taking some chances, get those slant routes to Santonio Holmes, maybe take a deep chance with Plax and make something happen.
All right, so that's our big keys to the game. But before we go, we'll give us our exact game predictions. Josh, what do you got?
27-24 Jets.
All right, I'm going to go 31-21 football Giants. That's right. All right, keep tuning in Off and Running. Follow Josh, J. Barron 23. Follow me at Drew in the Woods. And stay tuned for more video, guys. Are we recording? Yes, ma'am.
Should we mad if I did this the whole time?
Nope.